Hey everybody! So in this video I'm going to show you how to make redfish. I recently bought this delicious looking redfish at Whole Foods and it was on sale. This footage is from a little while ago, so I don't remember exactly how much it was on sale, but I got 2 packs and I am going to show you how I made them into a delicious lunch. So I'm going to serve my redfish with some baby Bella mushrooms. I'm going to use some onion, some garlic, some butter, some salt, some pepper, some olive oil, some herbs de Provence, and some garlic powder. And some also some garlic powder. We're gonna put that one back because it's not opened yet. Onion powder, there we go girl, get it together. So I'm starting by putting one of my pots on a burner. And I'm going to put some olive oil into the pot. Then I'm going to chop this onion. So as you can see, that was about 1/4 of a very large onion. Some of these onions are big as hell these days. So then I put some salt on the onion and I stir that in just to try to get the onion to start cooking and releasing some of its water to make it softened. Then I added the mushrooms to the pot. If you buy your mushrooms already sliced up, they should be pretty clean, but I do like to just rinse mine a little bit, not too much, just to make sure all of the little dirt particles are gone. And so I am going to basically just saute these mushrooms with the onion. I added a little bit of chicken stock just to give the mushrooms a little bit more flavor and to give them some like liquid to cook in. And then I stirred it in. I also seasoned the mushrooms with pepper and a little bit of the herbs de Provence. Stir that all together and then cook the mushrooms until they are done to your desired tenderness. Once the mushrooms have cooked a little bit, then I add in the chopped garlic. This was about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. I really love garlic, so you can adjust the amount of garlic that you add to the level of love that you have for garlic. But a lot of garlic and some mushrooms is really just a delightful experience. After the mushrooms have cooked a little bit, I also add in a little bit more salt. I learned from some chef to not overly salt your mushrooms when they first start to cook. I don't remember the reason though. When I come across the reason, I will share it with you. All right, now I'm going to move on to starting the fish. So I have my brand new pan. I was flexing. I was like, oh my God, let me show you guys my new pan. I will link it down below in the description box if you want to check it out. I really recommend this pan. It's very pretty and also it holds heat well, it cooks well. I was very impressed with it. So I'm going to take some vegetable oil, which I think I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but I'm going to take some vegetable oil and just put like a very shallow layer over the bottom of whatever pan you're going to use. So this redfish will be like shallow fried. So I'm going to take some salt and season the fish. This fish has the skin on the other side still there, so just season. If your fish is like that, you just need to season one side. Next I'm going to add the garlic powder and then the onion powder, the pepper, And then I'm going to take a small bag. Well, I'm going to take a plastic bag. It's not a small bag. I'm going to take a plastic bag and put the red fish into the bag. The bag has about half a cup of flour. So put all of the seasoned fish into the bag with the flour. Close the bag and then shake. You're trying to get a light coating of flour onto the fish. You may have also noticed that I kind of heavily seasoned the fish, and the reason is because a little bit of the seasoning will fall off into the flour. So you just want to make sure that your end product is well seasoned. So it has a very light coating of flour on the fish, and in the background there, the oil has been heating. And you can see that it's just a very thin layer of oil in the pan. So you just need a little bit, maybe a quarter of a cup. It kind of depends on the size of your pan. So I'm going to put the fish in the pan with the oil and make sure all of like the little flaps are laying flat. So this fish kind of curled up on one side. You want to make sure that it's kind of like all flat. Everything is touching the surface of the pan. And I realized that my pan, although I love it, it is not big enough for 2 pieces of redfish. Alrighty, so you'll just fry. Look at how good that looks, right? That looks fantastic. So fry it on the side, the skin side down first, and then flip it over and fry it. So it's fish, and this is very thin fish. So I would say no more than probably 3 minutes per side. Moving back over to the mushrooms, I'm just going to take about a tablespoon or so of butter and stir it into the mushrooms once they're done. This just makes like a little bit of a sauce, makes the mushrooms all pretty and glossy. So I am going to serve this up with some rice. I had some leftover rice that I just reheated in the microwave. And there's my sauteed mushrooms. They turned out so good. Such an easy and simple way to make some mushrooms, basically. Like a little mushroom side dish. And then here is my fish. You can see on the side that a little bit is missing. It's because I kept eating it. It was so tasty. So I'm going to just sprinkle over some parsley just for the camera. If you're not filming this, do not waste your parsley on on sprinkling it over. But this is the final lunch. This was lunch for me, and it turned out so tasty. Oh my gosh, it was very tasty. Highly recommend that you try this. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.